சொல்லுங்க.
Ah.
A very good, a very good evening to all. We are delighted to welcome you to an insightful webinar on exciting topic: how process design engineers works in real projects. Our trainers for today's session is Mr. Ilamardi Gangadharan sir. He is a senior process design engineer. Mr. Ilamardi is a seasoned professional with over 37 plus years of experience experience in process design. கேட்கலையா? A very good, a very good evening to all. We are delighted to welcome you to our insightful webinar.
Okay, Ashit, are you okay?
No, sir. We can start, sir. No,
I can start, huh?
no, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Huh?
A very good evening to all. We are delighted to welcome you to an insightful webinar on exciting topic: how process design engineers works in real projects. Our trainers for today's session is Mr. Ilamardi Gangadharan sir. He is a senior process design engineer. Mr. Ilamardi sir is a seasoned professional with over 37 plus years of experience in process design, primarily within the oil and gas sector. He holds an MTech in chemical engineering from IIT Chennai and has developed expertise in both offshore and onshore projects, as well as in petrochemical and inorganic chemical plants. Mr. Ilamardi sir is proficient in advanced software tools like HISES, Aspen Plus, PipeNet, and Olga. He has played pivotal major roles in leading companies such as KNPC and KOC in Kuwait and has served as a faculty member for engineering courses. His career includes international professional experience in UK, Malaysia, and Nigeria. A warm welcome to you, sir. Uh, Without further
Okay,
delay, move to the session. Sir, kindly take over the session, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
But okay, you're able to see my screen now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Arshad, for your nice introduction about me. So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this webinar. So, presentation today is actually Wednesday. We are at evening 6:30. The reason why we are scheduled in the evening actually is just to make sure that most of you get benefited from this webinar. Okay. So, the purpose of this webinar actually, so, just to share with you the advanced training, the advanced process design training program, which is being conducted by Stepin Engineering in Chennai. Okay, this program actually it's been going on for since 2 years. Already we have completed 5 batches. So now the next batch actually it is scheduled sometime middle of this month. Okay, November. Okay, so number second week actually it is scheduled. So many of you may not be aware of this program, so which has been successfully being conducted by Stepin Engineering. So just to share with you, so okay, see who are all will be benefited by attending this advanced process design engineering program. Okay, so just to because this training program is something actually it is designed for engineers, okay, for engineers, not only for process chemical engineers, it is also for other disciplines. The reason why is actually I will explain to you. The first actually the graduates, okay, who are just either graduates or postgraduates who are just okay completing this year, they will get benefited, okay, by attending this program because so all the time actually you got a theoretical knowledge. So whatever studied you okay in your colleges uh, based on the okay based on what you was based on the knowledge what you obtain, how you are going to translate into real into design work. Okay, so this course is actually is designed purely for okay, application oriented. Application oriented, actually, it is not something academic. Academic is also involved because basic fundamental equations for the design, actually, it is comes from only from academic, only from textbooks. But when you get into the industries, actually, especially when you are working in consulting company, what is required, actually, you need to perform all your design work based on the codes and standard. And at the time, actually, you have to use proper okay, softwares, simulation software you have to use. Okay, the people who are really benefited will be benefited by attending this advanced um, advanced process design program is number one. The people who are okay, the engineers will be graduating, whether he's some chemical engineers or mechanical instrumentation, so they will get benefited. Okay, number one. Number two, so trainees already are working in the consulting company, design engineering consulting company, who has joined already working. Because sometimes actually when they start working in the consulting company, they don't get proper guidance from the senior people. So when you are working as a design engineer, you don't get the benefit from the lead engineers, because the lead engineer actually they don't have much time to devote and train you for the particular applications. Okay, but this training program and the training materials are designed in such a way, even the trainees who are working in the consulting company, they can go through the training materials. Okay, so in day-to-day activities, they will be able to apply and they will get benefited. Okay, so the trainees who are already joined in the consulting company, they should also attend and get benefited from this course. Number three, so people who are really, candidates, engineers who are preparing to attend interviews, okay, already you are completed and you are ready to attend interviews. So if you go through this, if you undergo this training program, so definitely you will get, yes, definitely you will get a number of information from this training program, because the training program is designed for, okay, it is designed in 10 models. So the 10 models, actually it is not, it doesn't complete the entire process design engineering, but of course we have tried to, okay, cover most of the design materials which are really required for the process design engineer, okay, when you start working as a process design engineer in consulting company. But each and every module, actually, we have designed certain questions and answers. So if you are able to take up that assignment, and if you are able to complete that assignment, so assessment actually, so definitely you will get benefited. And most of the questions are designed in such a way that those questions will be really useful when you start attending the interviews. And number three is actually the process and process safety engineers. We call sometimes process safety engineers the loss prevention engineers. Okay, in some companies, actually, process and loss prevention altogether is one discipline. But in some companies, actually, okay, companies like Technip and Saipem, so loss prevention is different, process is different. That is, process is different, process safety is different. Because the process loss prevention engineers also will get benefited from this course, because the number of design system with respect to fire water system and the flash system, all these things are something to do with the loss prevention. So those the engineers also will get benefited by attending this course, because loss prevention is something actually to do with the fire water system. So the fire water system network design and network analysis are actually, it is based on the pipeline simulation. So pipeline simulation, which we have included one of the model, is a live demonstration. Okay, so the live demonstration, actually we have, since we have the license for the pipeline, so we'll be teaching you, we'll be demonstrating you how to use the pipeline software to input all your parameters and to do the, okay, network analysis, and how to get the output, how to do the analysis of the output, what you got. So what errors you will be facing during the, okay, networking actually. Okay, this is purely for with respect to the, okay, fire water system, because fire water system network is such a big, okay, network which you cannot do with the softwares like simulation softwares like ISIS. So the people, the process engineers are loss prevention, process safety engineers, okay, and mechanical and instrument engineers, actually they're working in a consulting company, will get much benefited when they undergo this, especially this pipenet and ISIS model. ISIS model, actually we are not demonstrating, we are not doing live demonstration, but what we are doing is actually screenshots, okay? But the screenshots, whatever we have included in the training material, okay, the course material, so that should be good enough for you to any beginners, okay, who have not had any hands-on experience on ICs. But if you follow the step-by-step procedure what is given in the ICs, you will be able to perform the IC simulation without much okay guidance from your senior people. Because ICs actually, but yeah, all the softwares actually today we have the okay, we have this thing, okay, training materials are there, okay. So Pipeline actual training material is there. Okay, it's published by. It's available in the Google. So even ICS also has got the okay. So training training guidelines are available in the Google itself. So with the course material, whatever you have included in the okay training program, so it will be much beneficial if you go through the procedure step by step. Okay. And next, actually, there are some process engineers who are working in the process industries. The process industries like pharmaceutical companies and paper industries and okay some other petrochemical industries. So those who all would like to switch over to a design field, because design field is something very okay. It's I'm not I don't call it a white collar job, but it's something very it's as long as you are able to apply your knowledge and application, and because of process into something like which many people you may not be able to cooperate with your work. Okay, health is something which actually it may not cooperate, because working in night shift and against your body nature and all those things actually some people would like to switch over to design field. Okay, so design field something as long as you are able to handle the simulation software, and as long as you have the knowledge about the course standard, as long as you know where you can get the information, where you can access the information, then actually design is actually it's very simple. Okay, and especially some people actually would like to switch over to oil and gas field. Okay, so because oil and gas industry is actually, so the remuneration in oil and gas is compared to the other petrochemical industries actually is very good, and opportunities are plenty. And some people would like to explore the okay opportunities available across the world. Okay, so oil and gas is throughout the world. Okay, opportunities are available throughout the world. So as long as your CV is acceptable, you can work any part of the world. So there are a number of okay this training material actually we focused more on oil and gas than petrochemical industries actually, because keeping in mind actually because many people like to switch out oil and gas industries even for petrochemical industries. Okay, so that is number four. And coming to next cycle, even the process design engineers who are working in the process industries, they should also undergo this course. Okay, that's because the training materials are prepared in such a way. So this once you going through the material, you will be able to do the design yourself. Because see, when I was working in SPIC, I worked for almost 20 years in Tuticorin. Okay, then about 5 years in Chennai. So every process industries, every process company and okay, petrochemical company, they have got a okay technical service department. The technical service department purpose is actually is to carry out minor modification, minor revamping jobs. So you suppose, for example, in the running plant, you want to okay increase the capacity of the pump. Okay, so either you can do some analysis. Okay, so increasing the pump capacity, either you can go for one more pump in parallel, or otherwise actually the existing pump itself is suitable for okay increasing the capacity, and maybe the line size may not be adequate, so you have to change over to the you have to modify the line size. So all these things, small modifications and revamping, so which will be normally done by the technical service department. So those people working in the technical service actual department, they should also knowledge about the design. Otherwise, they may not be able to perform. Okay, so especially when you are talking to the vendor. So the vendor sometimes actually they will talk about NPSH available, NPSH required, okay, and what is the vapor pressure. All the terminologies actually, although process engineers in working in operation they are aware of it, but the significance of this terminologies actually this parameter. Once you go through this training program, you will appreciate much better. Okay, so so like this actually, so the training program actually is been designed such a way that. So not only for process design people, but not only for chemical engineers, but it's also mechanical people because and mechanical instrumentation people. Especially the PNID is actually, the PNID is a mother document. So while doing the PNID, the people, the disciplines, other disciplines like, mechanical piping and instrumentation, they should be able to read the PNID. If they're not able to PNID, if you're not able to read the PNID, they may not be able to perform the design. Because PNID is a mother document on which actually all other disciplines will start working. So the model one actually is actually the PNID. Okay. So we have given maximum importance for the PNID starting from your block flow diagram, how it is prepared and how the PNID is prepared, how the process flow diagram, how the heat and material balance calculations are performed. So all these things actually it's been performed. Okay. It's been discussed, it's been okay. So it's been dealt in detail in the training program. See, because why I'm emphasizing about myself, although I said, okay, although Ashrat actually spoke about me. See, I'm the trainer for this program. Okay, so I'm the trainer for this program, and myself, name Ilamurdi. I'm a postgraduate from IIT Chennai in the 1981 batch. I have more than 40 years experience in process industry, out of which 20 years only in the process design. So since I work in the process design, I know what is required for the process design engineering. Okay. So what is being practice engineer, what process engineer when they join the company. Okay. It is a consulting company, what is expected from him. So how you should go about learning things. Okay. So based on my experience, actually after working in multinational companies and I have prepared, okay, the entire course materials are prepared by me. So that way, actually, I can assure you. So this training program will be really useful to you. Okay, once you take it up and complete the program with respect with okay, including the assessment. Now, as I said, actually, so the especially the simulation softwares. There are two simulation software which the process design engineer actually they should they should know. They should be able to. They should have hands-on experience. One is actually ISIS. So ISIS actually is a basic simulation software for process design engineer, without which actually you will not be able to survive in the process design engineering. So the process design engineer actually should know ISIS, and about ISIS actually since we don't have the license, we are not doing any live demonstration, but we will be giving the screenshot. Okay, wherever it is required, actually we have prepared the screenshots. The screenshot should be good enough for you to okay to perform your IC simulation. But IC simulation there is a limitation. It cannot do multiple input, multiple output. Okay. So IC actually can do only one target. It can handle only target one variable. But actually multiple targets, multiple variables actually it will be done only in pipeline, especially the fire water system, potable water system, all this okay, and the wastewater system. So if you want to do the network, a complete network, it can be done only in pipenet. So keeping in mind actually, so this is two softwares. Pipenet actually, as I said, we are going to do a live demonstration for standard as well as for transit. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Hmm. Hello, Ashad. Hello. Yeah. No. So, I'm sorry, there was a phone call which I had to attend. So the importance of actually the pipenet simulation actually it is okay is equally important as IC simulation. Okay, IC software. So that's why actually we have given three models actually. One is a standard, other one is a transit model. So third one is actually a fire water system. So because wherever you go, people are asking pipeline. Okay. So people, when you go for interview also, two things they will ask. One is actually, do you know ISIS? Number two, actually, do you know pipenet? Can you handle pipenet? Okay. So to these two softwares, actually, you must have knowledge. Okay. If you are already working in a process industries, actually, and if you have, but many process industry actually they have, okay, they have the license. Okay, for both the softwares. And if you are working in a consulting company already, so you must have, though you may not be working right now, but you may have to work. Okay, So especially in ISIS actually, it's very, very all the more important. Okay. So now, so this is, as I said, actually there are four models actually. The model one actually it is on the PFD, PLD, legends and symbol. This model is very, very important, not only for process engineers, but also for mechanical piping instrumentation and even civil people also very important, because they should know how to read the PLD. Okay. Legends and symbol, they should know how to read the legends and symbol. Okay. So, so this is about the model one. So model 2 is actually it is respect to the hydraulic calculation. Okay. So the model 2 line sizing, hydraulic calculations. So suppose you have a liquid line, if you have a two-phase line, if you have a gas line. So all these lines actually should be okay sized as per the codes and standard. Besides that, actually every oil company they got their own standard. Okay. So although all the line sizing actually has the basis actually as per API 40D, but actually suppose you are working for Shell, they will give the Shell, they will expect to do all the hydraulic calculations as per Shell EAP. Suppose you are working for ExxonMobil project, they got their own standard. Okay. But more or less it will be the same. Okay. If it is a, for example, if it is a pure liquid, the velocity should not be more than 3.5 meter per second. That is a okay, that is a standard. But if you go to, if you are working for KOC oil company, they will give with respect to size wise. Okay. So 2 to 4 inch actually you should have a 2.8 meter and 4 to 6 like that. So 3.2 like that actually they are split up with respect to the line sizes. Okay. So that is actually the hydraulics which we are okay. So so we have given the course material and also we have demonstrated hands-on calculation, step-by-step calculation. Okay. So, so now next model is actually this thing. Model number 3 is actually with respect to purely pump suction sizing and pump discharge sizing. Here, this is where actually the NPSH, net positive suction rate actually it comes. So, which is very, very important. Okay, with respect to okay. So this is also the course 3. Okay, model 3. Model number 4 is actually as it's already standard. So it is a pipe net. Model more 4 and 5 actually is a pipe net. So actually the pipe net, there are 3 models are there. One is actually standard, other one is actually transit, then third one is actually the fire water system. So all the 3 actually we are going to do the live demonstration, which will be repeated. So once you have, also we are given the screenshots. So once you have the simulations, once you have the opportunity to access software, you can just go through the screenshot, you'll be able to perform yourself. So the model 5 is actually a transit model. Transit model is something for surge analysis. Okay. The surge analysis is very, very important for, because when the pump start off, shut down. Okay. So when the ESG valve strips, what happens actually? What is the maximum pressure the pipeline will get subjected when the pipeline is designed for size 6. Okay. All these things actually is a 5. Model 6 actually, as I said, actually fire water network analysis. Okay. So and model okay, so 7 is actually for network with respect to pipe net for the fire water system. Model 8, 9, 10 actually 3 models actually we have done for the relief valve calculations, flare header sizing and back pressure calculations. So because this is one of the when you go to interview, they will ask, okay, what type of relief valve, what is the back pressure, how do you calculate the back pressure, how do you estimate the kilowatt sizing, all these things, how do you estimate what is the Mach number. So all these things actually it will be the okay. So all this in the course module 8, 9, 10, all the 3 actually it's we have okay. So we have included what is really required for us design engineers to perform on the relief valve calculation, flare header, burning fit and the back pressure, all this okay, important relief system. Now, just to have a glance, I just browse through the course materials. So covering all the force. So okay, all the 10 models. So this is about the legend symbol. So the legend symbols continues. Okay, this is just a few examples just to show you. So how the course material looks like. Okay. So this is again with respect to heat and material balance, how it is generated from okay, from the similar ISO software, and how HMB is very important. How the HMB look like when the output HMB from comes from ISIS simulation, how does it look like? So what are the thermodynamic properties you'll get it from ISIS? So all these things are actually shown on the as a screenshot. So what are the most important information you'll get? So this is how actually the PFD looks like. So the PFD sometimes actually shift numbers are actually shown on the PFD itself, and sometimes actually it is a separate sheet. So like this actually. So these are the various information course material which are really required for the process design engineers are included. This is actually about API 14E. Okay, this is a manual calculation, especially for the surge pressure calculation, how you perform. Okay, one is actually the software is doing. The second is actually with respect to when you do with the pipe net, actually how the output will look like. So even the PNE is also the process loops. Okay, how the okay feed forward control, feedback. Okay, okay backward control. Okay, and split range controller, cascade controller, all these things are actually part of the PLAD. So this is actually also part of the piping material specification. That is one of the most important subject actually, although it is a mechanical piping department, but a process design engineer should know. When you are doing the hydraulic calculation as well, you should know about what is the equivalent length and how to perform the equivalent length, and see as per 14E all the okay manual calculations are shown. Okay, this is actually the IC's output. So you can do the manual calculation, always cross check with IC's also. Okay, this is also demonstrated how to use the 14E for friction factor and gas IC calculation. Now coming to the pipe net. In the pipe net, actually I have given the screenshots. So with this screenshot, although you don't have PipeNet on your system, but when you get an opportunity using this screenshot, you should be able to perform yourself. Okay, this is with respect to standard model, and this is with respect to okay. So this is actually for the transit model. This is how actually the transit model looks like actually when a long pipeline actually when it gets subjected to okay so closer of ESD MOE allowed actually what impact on the design pressure of the piping actually gets impacted. Okay, all these things are actually discussed in the okay transit model analysis. So then most important actually is what is shown on this model 6 is for the fire water sprinkler system, hydrant, so deluge valve. All these details are actually covered in the model number 7. Okay, these are some of the course materials just to have a glance. Okay, so how the fire water system looks like, what is the storage actually, what is the pump sizing done, okay, what is the velocity to keep it in the network. So all these things actually finally how do you go and choose your fire water pumps, jockey pump capacity. So then how do you estimate actually the demand calculation, application rate. So these are actually what is really required for a process safety engineer, loss prevention engineer when they start working on the fire water network. So, so then coming to the foam system, how do you design the foam system? How do you estimate actually foam requirement for the crude oil storage tank? So these things actually are very because I work in process design engineering. I know what is required for you. So that's why because I prepared all this course material and contents based on my experience. I gathered all the information. Okay, okay, available here and there and compiled and brought together and presented in the course material. Okay. I can assure you this training program will be really useful. Okay. For the money you are going to pay, it is really worth it. I can assure you. Okay. So these things. Okay. Okay. Now this webinar is only for half an hour. So I take this. Okay. It's a great pleasure for me to share with you all the information as a designer actually. So I can assure you that this course material may not be useful right now, but when you start really working on, when you start really practicing, so this course material actually it will be really useful. The total for 10 models actually, we close to have about 800 slides. Okay, average about 70 to 80 slides for each model. So these are about the safety system. Okay, pressure relief valves, back pressure calculation. Okay, pilot operated relief valve. Okay, and what is a rupture disk? Why rupture disk important? When to use a rupture disk? Why use pilot operated relief valve? What about the flaring? Okay, so how to do the network for the flaring system and multiple relief valves, how to do the backward pressure and how to use ICs for the plant network. So, so now it's another 2-3 minutes. Actually, the webinar will be closed, but still I'm just continuing. So this is actually the Faraday calculation. So that's it. So thank you very much for the opportunity given. So I hope you will attend this training program and get benefited. Thank you so much. Thank you, Arash.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
No,
very much, sir,
thank you so
for
much.
taking your time to conduct this excellent session. I hope it will be very useful for
Mm.
the engineers attending. The attendees, if you have any questions, please post them in the comment section. And I would like to give a quick note. The process design program starts on November 15th. It will be a five weeks program online weekend class 10 to 1 p.m. IST on Microsoft Teams. You can registration details on our Stephen Engineering website or LinkedIn page. You can also refer your friends. If you have any queries, please post the comment section.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. We can now wind up the session. Thank you again, sir, and thanks to all the attendees for joining.